Hello and welcome along to the first ever edition of the On Track series. These kind of videos are a little bit different to what we normally do of just normal races that we do at the club. So we want to take it in a little bit of a different direction, just doing these little videos where we just explain a few things. So in this video here, we're going to explain on what's going to be happening at the club in the next 7 months of the indoor season of 2022 to 2023. Obviously September to March, well, end of March, early April. And yeah, as we've said in the introduction, we want to do something a little bit different. So we are going to start off with like a review of the race meeting that we had on the 3rd of September. In future meetings, if you want to get involved, you're more than welcome to send me a video or Richard Norris a video, or even to the email that's now down here, also in the description, of your time at the club on that night. So where to start with the 3rd of September meeting, apart from competitive? It was a really good night, to be honest. We had 6 GT12s and 20 LMPs, which was good. A really good turnout. Obviously, we had no fronties, but there was a 1/10 two-wheel drive national at Bedworth, which is just 15 miles down the road. So we wouldn't really expect any kind of frontie to turn up. Well, in the meeting to help him throughout the day. Obviously, Andy Murray turned up, not to race, but to help out with Dan Robbins, who's not long come back off from touring car duty. So, and obviously myself with X-Ray, with only a small little team. But going back to the night, the A final was just very competitive. It's probably been the most competitive A final we've had for quite a while. You know, you had the four automatics of Mark Stiles, Aaron Morley, Matt Vara, and obviously sneaking in the last round was Finn Williams. You had myself obviously in 4th with X-Ray, and Daniel and Jody, the Schumacher pairing together in 5th and 6th, which was really good to see. Lap times, there was 0.3 of a second from 1st to 7th in just individual lap times. Obviously, over a run, it was just over 12 seconds difference between 1st and 7th, which is really close for a club meeting. However, the B final, I think, trumped everything along the way for competitiveness, as you had 7 to 8 cars that could have been anywhere in that final. It was that close. Their lap times are all pretty much the same, of basically point to a decimal point. So as the top guys were doing 12.1s, the B finalists were all doing 12.6s. One of them managed to sneak into a 12.5 second lap, and it just showed you how close. And in qualifying, watching that heat before I went on, it was just like watching a train go around the track. It was that close. And it was good to watch, but the B finals have been generally really good to watch at Tamworth in past races anyway. And obviously you had the C final. Some people didn't have a great day. Mr. Wade, I'm going to mention there, he struggled a bit, but he managed to save himself really well in the final. If you want to watch any of the finals, all you got to do is click on the club's YouTube channel. And if you want to see a little bit more of how the club was seen, go along to Mr. RC Racecar himself, Stu Cartwright's channel, which I'll post a link in the description below if you want to go and check his stuff out, which was good to see, as his 2 links got, I think, over 400 views, which was nice to see. Good bit of promotion for the club to see how competitive it was as a night. So that was my review of that meeting. So as we go on to the next bit, as you can see by the picture coming up, the Tamworth two-wheel drive winter series. Obviously the first meeting is next weekend, which is September the 17th. We have LMP, GT12 and Fronty, which is front wheel drive touring cars. So if you haven't booked in yet, click the link below in the description and you can get yourself booked in. There's still places available, so booking in will be closing later on this week for that meeting. And obviously if you haven't paid, please do so as quick as you can, really, so we can get an idea of numbers that are going to turn up. But the dates in question, so we've got the first meeting September the 17th, second round is the 1st of October, and the round 3 is the 29th of October, and the last round will be the 12th of November. So these are, looking at the entry list for these are going to be probably quite a competitive warm-up series, really, before the Nationals start in January at Eastbourne. Obviously the GT12 Nationals are well underway after round 1, because that's the end of September. So, and then obviously we do have another GT12. Obviously we've got our GT12 meeting coming up as well for the National, which will be broadcast live on our club's YouTube channel, which worked really well last year. So fingers crossed we'll get some good views on that as well. So yeah, at GT12 National, we are lucky enough to have round 3 of the BRCA GT12 Nationals, which will be an all-day Sunday meeting this time, which will be the 13th of November, which is obviously the day after our last round of our winter series. So that should be really contested. We've already got 30 people booked in on the BRCA's website, so if you've got a GT12 and want to come and race that, the link will be in the description below for the BRCA's website to get yourself booked in if you haven't done so already. As going on to another national that we're going to hold will be the LMP National, which will be the last weekend in February, which we always look forward to doing, as well as the GT12 National. We look forward to all of our big meetings. They are hard work and a lot of planning goes into them. But yeah, we have the LMP guys for Saturday and the Sunday. So obviously each day is a different round. It's not a one-day meeting. It is 2 days of one-day meetings. So obviously we've got round 3 and 4. And then also going in, we have got possibly another national meeting, but we can't say at the minute. It's still up in the air whether or not we're going to be able to do it as a club, and also as well the section, whether or not they want us to do it still. And this is now the end of the video. So thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you haven't done so already. Subscribe. It's been a little bit nervous doing a video like this, but hopefully every single video that we do will be better. So yeah, fingers crossed we see you soon. Thank you.